Welcome to the Business and Life Design Podcast. I'm your host, Rebecca, your business designer, and together we will design your business authentic to who you are and the life you have always dreamed could be yours. I help people who've always known they are meant for big things actually make the life they want happen with a business that transforms lives, gives them time freedom, and makes them a 6 to 7 figure income. So if you are ready to take this journey and are committed to live an extraordinary life, then welcome and let's get started. As I'm recording this podcast, not even a week has passed since the memorial of my dad. It's really hard, and maybe you're going through something similar yourself, a hard situation, whether that be someone you love who has passed on, or a broken relationship, or a health issue. It's really tough. Life can bring very challenging seasons our way. But what matters is how we respond in those seasons and that we stay true to the person that we want to be in the midst of the chaos and pain we may be going through. This is all part of designing your business around the life that you want to live. When life brings us the challenging times, have we built in the time freedom to give ourselves the space to heal? Do you have time freedom in your business with passive income products, with sales that are running on autopilot? Do you have these things in place? Because inevitably, these times will come and you will need time and space to heal. Because we know that in life, you will inevitably have experiences ranging from the best of times and the worst of times. Nothing is unique to just you in your life, but the combination and time frames of each of these things and what they mean to you is what is unique. How you approach these circumstances is unique. You will find love and you will experience loss. You will start things and you will fail. You will struggle and you will overcome. Nobody in life escapes these. They are inevitable. They are a part of life. But what we can control is how we face the hard times and what we've built for ourselves to give ourselves and our family the space and time to heal and readjust. Life will shape us. However, we can decide how we allow it to shape us. Will we become bitter or better because of what life has uniquely brought our way in the soup of experiences that is called our story? When my dad was sick with abdominal cancer, I remember spending time each day at my parents' house or at the hospital so I could just spend more time with my dad. He was a great presence in my life, all throughout my life, and in my early days of business, he was my biggest mentor. Over the months, it was so hard to see the strongest man I knew wither away and at such a young age. Life is so short and so precious. When the doctors told us that he only had 2 weeks left to live at best, those were some of the most difficult days of my life. It was really hard. I struggled so much. I was a mess in my grief. After his death, I was faced with a decision, as we all are. And that decision is, am I going to allow what happened to me to make me sour and depressed? Am I going to believe the lie that I'm not the same or that I can't function without that person in my life? Am I going to be bitter and withdrawn? Am I not going to allow myself to get too close with anybody to avoid the pain of one day losing them? Or am I going to look at the situation and realize that this happened for me? Am I going to take all the love and time I did get to spend with this person and consider every memory with them a blessing? Am I going to allow their spirit to live on through me and carry on their legacy in how I live my life? It's so easy to naturally go towards the negative in hard times. And I have certainly been guilty of this in many difficult seasons throughout my life. However, part of designing your life and creating what you want is to realize that these things are just going to come. Whether it seems fair or not, it's a part of life. It's not optional. And if we are going to live our best lives, we have to decide what it is we are going to do when those times do come, when tragedy does hit us. And advance before a tragedy, knowing who you are going to be. Or in the aftermath, giving yourself grace for all that's happened up until now. And then picking yourself back up to design the life that you want again is what we all need to do in order to live the life we are meant to live. Our best life. Your best life. Instead of allowing bitterness to seep in and take over our hearts, realize that instead of it happening to you, it happened for you and for your ultimate growth. Extract the lesson from what happened and move forward even better and stronger than before. For me, I grieved so much over my dad in his dying days. However, the moment he was actually gone, I didn't want to allow my mind to wallow for too long. We choose where our minds go. Thoughts will come in. Those will always happen. The thoughts will come in. But then when they do, we can decide whether we redirect it to a thought that serves us or we sit in that space of negativity and wallow. Yes, give yourself the space to grieve. We need that time. But don't allow your grief to become bitterness. And it's hard not to, unless you turn your grief into new energy for yourself. Now, for me, my dad's death woke me up from the level of life I was living and catapulted me into choosing more for my life. It caused me to stop playing small in life and truly begin my journey as an entrepreneur in the space I am today. And to this day, now several years later, I am so thankful for it. I've learned so many lessons since that day and have grown so much. And without my dad's death, I wouldn't be the woman I am today, or have the business or the marriage, the life that I have now. I wouldn't have it. And it's all because I turned what life threw at me into something that was more meaningful. My dad's death turned into a greater purpose and even bigger reason why I do what I do. Life is short, my friend, and your dreams are not meant to die with you. So live boldly. I chose to carry on his entrepreneurial spirit within me and set out to help millions of people live out their dreams too. So how are you going to deal with loss? How will you turn what has happened to you into that very thing that will serve you and help you grow your business even more? I hope today's episode gives you something to think about, and if you've been stuck, it helps you to live your best life again today. The biggest thing I want to leave you with is that if you have allowed bitterness to set in one area of your life, or if you've been wallowing for quite some time and haven't been making progress towards anything that truly matters to you, I want you to give yourself some grace. Life happens and you've been through something traumatic to you, but this is not where it ends. It's only part of your story. You are exactly where you need to be today to pivot in a better direction. It's time to get up. It's time to rise up because you are strong enough to do so. And if you don't feel like you are, you can seek help until you do. I did. It's time to declare a better meaning to what happened than what you've been saying. Add an empowering meaning for your life. Then decide how you are going to take what happened and move forward to better your life. I hope this episode has served you. If you enjoyed this episode, take a moment right now and leave a rating or share with just one person who you know needs to hear it. This one thing that you do today will help spread this message of freedom in the world and release people from being stuck in their business and their life. Every action you do matters. So do your one action today to help cause that ripple effect of good in the world. Lastly, I wanted to let you know that I open my calendar each week to 2 new conversations where I coach 2 people for free as my way of giving back. You can apply for one of these complimentary business design breakthrough sessions by clicking on the link in the show notes or heading directly to my website at yourbusinessdesigner.com/apply. If you are selected for one of the 2 sessions I do each week, we'll get on a call together, look over your business, whether you've been in business for a while or you are brand new. We'll look at your business and then visualize where you want to go. Then uncover what is standing in your way and create an action plan for you to move forward to create the business and extraordinary life that you want. So go ahead and take action now because life is short and your dreams are worth it. I'll talk to you soon.